Good evening and welcome to the Gothic Bohemian Salon. This is Jula. And tonight I am going to be doing a tag. The tag is... what is it? Hang on. There's a couple of different ones that I've seen up recently and they're very unusual, so I thought I would check them out. This is the What I Write tag, and I believe it was created by Derek Cook, who I will link down there too. He's done a few videos. I wish he would do more. He has a couple of channels though, so maybe there's more videos on his other channels. I haven't checked it out yet. So, the questions. Do you write creatively, analytically, both, poetically, or other? I do write creatively and poetically. Analytically, no, not really. I write fairy tales that are sort of twisted, and I write about vampires. I haven't actually done that in kind of a long time, but I have a series of plays actually that I wrote called Theosomorphia, and they're about a vampire, a 1,000-year-old vampire, and I'm interested in that genre. I do write poetry, but what I've been writing mostly lately in the last few years is fairy tales. So, what genres or issues do you write about? I just answered that, didn't I? As far as genres, like I said, fairy tales, so that's the fantasy genre, I suppose. And as far as issues, I don't tend to... well, fairy tales are about good and evil, really, when you get right down to it. So I suppose if I had to talk about issues being in my writing, that there would be those kind of issues, good versus evil. Are you currently writing about what you want to write about? If not, why not? I suppose I'm not writing as much as I would like. I'd like to be writing more. That's due to laziness. I'm not writing as much as I would like. Would really like to be writing more, but that's all down to me being sort of lazy. So, what is the most exciting thing for you to write about? Quite honestly, magic. Anything to do with magic of any kind. And that includes the magic of vampirism, immortality, etc. and so forth. But also just includes the magic that happens in fairy tales. I really do love writing fairy tales. The most, I think, of anything so far. What kind of stories have you worked on most recently, and how have they affected you? The last story I was writing was a gift that I haven't finished, and it's called The Young... what is it called? I think it's called The Young Prince and the Polar Bear King? Something like that. It's a story about a very extraordinary young man who becomes friends with the Polar Bear King because he's so special. His affinity for winter and the snow and snow games is so extraordinary that he becomes friends with the Polar Bear King. How has that affected me? That's kind of an odd question. How are you supposed to answer that? That's a weird ass question. Okay. Let's see. How has that affected me? How have they affected you? Wow. I have no answer for that question. They haven't affected me. Okay. After answering all these questions, is there anything you would like to say to close out this vlog? Well, I think that writing is a wonderful thing to do, and if you have the desire, you should do it. And I hate using the word should, so I'm going to say rather than should, you could do it, and I could be doing more of it. So I think when I get off of editing this video, I will do some writing, or maybe just some reading, because reading sometimes leads to writing. That's all I want to say. Thank you so much for joining me in the Gothic Bohemian Salon. Thank you, Derek Cook, for this tag. And I'm not going to tag anyone. If you want to do this tag, go ahead and do it. And if you don't, you don't. You could do the tag. Remember, embrace the darkness. Good night.